Hey everybody! So during the third quarter which just passed, many students struggled with having missing assignments. As a result, today's video is going to focus on 4 skills necessary to manage your assignments so they don't go missing during fourth quarter. So while watching the video, please identify which of these 4 skills you most need to improve. Then next, figure out what you're going to do differently during fourth quarter to make that improvement. Now, everybody has classes that they're good at, and everyone has classes that they struggle at. The fact of the matter is, learning is hard work, and it's supposed to take work to be able to learn things. But even though a class may be hard for you, that does not mean that you have to fail that class. So one of the things I like to do at the end of quarters and semesters is to take a look at the failing grades that people received to try and understand what things led to those failing grades. The thing is, there's a very clear pattern here. Over 90% of students with failing grades would have had passing grades if they had turned in all of their assignments. What that means is, even though you may struggle at math or English or Phy-Ed or anything like that, it's up to you if you want to pass that class or not. You may struggle with a topic, but that doesn't mean that you have to fail the class. If you put the work in to turn all your assignments in, even if you don't understand all of them, in more than 9 cases out of 10, you are going to pass that class. So today, I'd like to talk to you about 4 specific skills you need to develop in order to get all of your assignments in. So the first skill that you need to get good at is that you need to get ready to work. So the first thing you have to get good at is when your teacher gives you homework, you have to make a list or write that down so you know what you need to do later. Maybe you put that in your planner. Maybe you take a photo of the assignment that's on the board. When it's time to do that work later, you need to know what you need to do. The other part of getting ready to work is you need to have the right materials to do the work. Do you have the right textbook? Do you have the right sheets to work on? Do you have enough pencils and paper to go ahead and do the job? It may seem like a little thing, but a lot of people get tripped up right there. So after you get ready to work, the next skill you're going to need is to be able to just sit down and do the work. Basically, when it's time to work, it's time to work. This might be a time to pull your panic monster out and then just go ahead and get after it. There's a time for play and there's a time for work, and when you need to sit down and work, sit down and work. Many people who are good at this say that having a routine helps. Is there a specific place you do your homework? Is there a specific time you do your homework? If you set that up ahead of time, you're going to have an easier time doing the work. Now, the third skill you need to develop may seem basic, but it's harder than it looks. Simply put, once you've done the work, you need to turn in the assignment that you did. There's really quite a large number of you out there who go to all the work of doing your homework, but for some reason it gets left in your backpack or in your locker, or maybe you just forget to put your name on the assignment. Either way, you've done the work, but you don't get credit for it because the teacher never gets it. Now, the final skill to pay attention here is troubleshooting missing work. So even though you might have put a lot of effort in those first 3 skills, everybody misses an assignment here or there. It might be because you were sick on a certain day or your family was gone on vacation, but there's going to be times when you're missing work. So what you have to learn how to do is to log into PowerSchool to go ahead and check to see if you have any missing assignments. You might think you have everything in, but if your teacher hasn't given you a grade in PowerSchool, that means that they don't have it. One thing you have to pay attention to here is how long your teachers still accept late work. Now, all your teachers have shared this with you already, but if you've forgotten, go ahead and ask them. They'll be glad to tell you. Now, one trick here is that a lot of students find it a little scary to go ahead and talk to a teacher before or after class about missing assignments. If that's the case for you, I'd suggest writing your teacher an email after you find in PowerSchool that you have missing assignments. That way you don't have to work up the courage to talk to somebody face-to-face, but still be able to sort out the problems that you have. So that's it. If you have any missing assignments, it's because you struggle in one of these 4 areas. All right, now it's your turn. Please share out with somebody in your class which one of these 4 skills you most need to improve. And then identify what you're going to do differently to make that improvement. Have some good conversations on this, and take care.